Hello, and welcome to day 2 of the Laver Cup. We have Andrey Rublev versus Taylor Fritz. The two best players on each team face off in this opening day session match of day number 2 on the Laver Cup in Vancouver, BC, Rogers Arena. And we are hyped, ready for this one. We've seen day 1, Team World taking an early lead, a 4-0 lead. They've never won a single day 1 in the history of the Laver Cup. They only drew as their best result. But now, seems like it's a bit of a changing of the guards, maybe. I mean, the teams are a bit more even, definitely. This is a massive day. It's a massive day, and I think if it goes badly for Team Europe, I mean, it could be very consequential. If if Team World just kind of wrap it up by the time day 3 comes around, you know? But, Edamo in the chat. We got MJ in the chat. Vamos Team World, says Edamo. Go. Whoa, MJ, what the heck? Thank you so much. What the heck? Good to have you in the chat, MJ. Thank you. We got Dutchy in as well. Manor, that's amazing. Thank you so much. What happened? What happened? Is it the same guy you were talking about before? Seems like it is. I'm trying to get into. There we go. Am I in the shot now? There we go. Rublev serving first here against opening night gala tickets. I've heard of. Is that the Met Gala? If it is, that's crazy. Is that how it works? Do people watch the Met Gala that are like non-celebrities, or can I watch Met Gala? Met Opera, not Met Gala. Ah, okay. Sorry. Sorry. We got Go Europe from MJ. It's interesting, considering like New York and things. Like, you don't want you don't want. I guess maybe people are just rooting for a more even tournament because it's pretty one-sided so far. Team Europe's really. I mean, this is a must-win match for Rublev right here. So you kind of think that the pressure's on Rublev. Fritz can just play a bit more freely. It doesn't matter if he loses these points as much as it does for Rublev. Let's go. The Met Opera. That's like a very bougie place to be. It's a great date. Backhand to backhand. Break point for Taylor Fritz here. And backhand to backhand. You think Taylor Fritz is going to get a lot of joy out of these rallies. And there we go. The early break. The early break for Taylor Fritz. And he leads by a break. 1-love. Look at that. Sorry, just a second, guys. Okay, I'm back. Serve into the net from Fritz. Forehand to the backhand. Rublev, forehand, little volley from Fritz, and Rublev gets there but puts it into the net. Love 15. Into the net from Fritz. 15 love, sorry. 15 love. So, Dutchy, I'm going to ask you right now, what is your opinions? Felix Auger-Aliassime finally winning a match. It's been a long time. I mean, that Berrettini won in Cincinnati. It's like, okay, but this was needed, really, for Felix. He needed to win, albeit Monfils was, I mean, I don't know how seriously he was taking. I don't know if you got the memo. The Laver Cup's kind of like the most serious exhibition going, you'd say, right? Especially like outside the doubles. The singles are pretty serious. Um, what's up with the cat? I don't know. Where's the cat? People dress up. You can dress up. Nothing wrong with dressing up. Nothing wrong. Remember what happened last year after he played good, Dutchy? Remember what happened last year? We got Rod Laver in the crowd. Tournament is named after him. So, I mean, he seems just happy whenever he's here, to be honest. He knows the legacy he has. This is like another example. This tournament being named after him. I'm sure he's honored by that. And Fritz taking a huge hit off that return. It goes long. Ye of little faith, Dutchy. Don't see Felix winning Shanghai. Come on, he's the #1 favorite now. He's beaten Gael Monfils. Yeah, amazing from MG. Amazing generosity. Thank you so much again. Fritz is trying to move Rublev around, put some variety in, but Fritz is not really that good at doing variety himself. There's two players that will be content with rallying from behind the baseline. It's a good get from Rublev, really. Good get from Rublev. You gotta shout him out for that get. Forehand from Rublev to the forehand of Fritz. Forehand Rublev. He's missed it. He's just not quite started the best here. You gotta say. Is he racing the Berlin Marathon? Oh wait, I got confused. Kipchoge, yeah, of course Kipchoge is racing the Berlin Marathon. Berlin Marathon is huge, yeah. Who knows? Maybe we'll see some world records. But then again, I don't think. I think there's another guy that beat him in London. It's interesting to see. Guy broke the London Marathon world record. Anyway, Rublev here at 40-30, trying to get the opening service hold for him, and that's not a great volley, but that's a better volley from Taylor Fritz. Better volley. Better. Boston Marathon. Boston. Okay. Oh, ooh! So Fritz hit a forehand there. It was called out. Umpire corrected it. Now Rublev challenging it, hopes it's long. Does not want to face a break point for double break in this first set. And it's in. Andrey Rublev serving at advantage Taylor Fritz. And that backhands into the net off the return from Fritz. So early chance just completely seize control. Fritz hasn't taken it. Rublev not started great. And then this really is a must-win match for Team Europe. Instead of crying, try and win Team Europe. Frauds. Good to have you in, Jera. Thanks for joining us. Now advantage Rublev. Good serve out wide. It's out. Rublev is just hoping that return landed wide, and it did. So Rublev gets a hold. And Fritz leads by a break, but not quite the double break that he was searching for. Rublev getting all the advice from his team members. Of course, this is the interesting thing about Laver Cup is that you got all these players around you. Dictate the balls when you're in the rally, says Enqvist. Great hold, great hold, great hold. I think the score wasn't fine before, but I think is it better now or need to be? Ooh, double fault from Fritz there at 2-1. Second serve to the backhand of Rublev. Backhand to backhand now. Forehand Fritz. Puts it away for 30-15. These courts are a bit more gritty. I think that favors the more powerful. I don't know. Whoever wants to go for their shots more. Right now, that's Fritz. Rublev hasn't really had a big forehand yet, you know? Serve just wide from Taylor Fritz. So, this match for predictions, I'm not sure who I'm going for because you think Taylor Fritz, less pressure on him. Oh, nice volleys at the net from Fritz there, just advancing closer and closer before finally putting that last volley away. Net points 4 of 5 to start, so that's encouraging for the American. Encouraging. The head-to-head leads 4-3 does Taylor Fritz. You think of like matches on hard courts, it's 4-2 actually to the Americans. So it's clear that Taylor, I think he gets the better of him most times. I say Rublev in 3 for his unbeaten against Rublev, 3-0. It's 4-3 in the head-to-head, but 4-2 on hard courts. And there's a big serve from Taylor Fritz. He leads 3-1, so dangerous signs early. Look at that, 100% serve points won off the first serve for Taylor Fritz. I mean, that's not a warning sign. I don't know what is. Got to try and find some inroads into that Taylor Fritz service game. Not when he's serving like that. It's not going to be possible. Nice forehands. Rublev dictating. But now he has to come to the net. Fritz is going to try and get there, but that's too good. The touch from Rublev. Very nicely played. Very nicely played. Forehands. Forehand on the stretch from Fritz. The forehand of Rublev. Backhand pass. Rublev tries to get there, but he can't pick up the pickup. Rude to lose the Tommy ball. I think it depends on Tommy Fraud. Tommy Fraud. Didn't even see. Blocked that in my mind, the slander name. Zachary in a final again if she's losing. I mean, that'd be the most hurtful loss if she lost to Caroline Dohide. I mean, she's got to win this final, Maria Sakkari. And not to be desperate, but I mean, you've got to take this opportunity. So 1,000, you know, it would be a shock to me if she didn't win, but you never know. You never know. So Rublev again under pressure, 15-30. Fritz, good return, gets Rublev running back, and that forehand's long. The recovery forehand is long. We got Max in the chat, welcome. That's the question. Big 3 in Carlos. That was what, I mean, but then again, I don't think I think it's better having like match fit players. As we saw last year, you can have the big 4, but Andy Murray not in form. You've got Federer has not played in like a year and a bit because he hadn't played in Wimbledon 2021 at the time. Got Nadal who just lost to TFO in 4th round of the US Open with the injuries, and I think the 2021 team is better. I mean, arguably with just more healthy current players. It's more obviously 2022 Laver Cup wasn't made to win, but yeah, I mean, we got Sean in the chat. Welcome. Yeah, Runa missing. Yeah, but Runa did withdraw because of injury. And look at that. Big return from Fritz. And he comes into the court, puts away the forehand. Double break for the American. Wow, wow, wow. Johnny Mack is laughing away. No wonder. No wonder. Just a second, guys. He's going to crank the forehand, says Taylor Fritz. You feel so much more pressure if I crank the forehands. I mean, it's working so far, isn't it? Working so far. Be the most WT moment. It's true. That's true, Manor. No other sport would you see this. We got Ghost in the chat. Welcome. And Rublev tries to switch that backhand to backhand rally, trying to change direction up the line. It's just not gonna work. The lower is umbrage. Very harsh. I mean, in my opinion, from what I've seen, Gael Monfils was just being a bit I don't know how to say it. This is like it's counted in head to heads and has like ATP sanctioned rules. It's an ATP sanctioned tournament. Like it is like it's definitely the most serious exhibition in all of tennis. Like I don't think there's any debate on that. Maybe he did go a bit harsh, but yeah, it is what it is. Feel it. This is what I mean. I think it's a very intense reaction. I'm not sure he did a whole lot wrong. Game Team Worlds. Fritz is up 5-1 in this set. I mean, Rublev needs to do something drastic. Either at the end of this set, just in between. I don't know. He is just not getting any inroads on that Fritz serve right now. It's just a complete wall. Wall of power raining down, and Rublev's not known to be the best returner, is he? Look at that, Rublev doing his own ball boying there. Collects the ball off the fault. And that's a pretty weak backhand there in terms of the footwork. He just didn't quite move enough to get under the ball. Trying to do some inside out shot from the middle of the court. It just was never on. And Rublev looking a bit lost, in all truth. Yeah, Borg doesn't do much from what I see. It's mostly Engqvist. I think the European team is generally like less vocal in Team World. Okay. I'm gonna read what you said in a second, Ghost, but backhands into the net off the return from Taylor Fritz. It's 40-15. So Rublev just trying to over the line in this service game. There we go. Rublev aces. And Fritz will have to serve out the first set at 5-2. Won't be a breadstick in this one. Stops the rot a little bit, does Andrey Rublev. The plan for him is to attack your backhand, says Rude. Helps when you serve better, of course, says Rude. Brutal. From the baseline, you're better than him. You have better backhand, better forehand. I think he's saying a lot of things. I don't know if they're all true. Better forehand, yes. But he's definitely not going for it right now. Better backhand, it's Fritz. It just is. Fritz has the better backhand. Let's not be silly, but I guess you gotta say that to your player, but backhand put away by Taylor Fritz, 15 love. Okay. Let's read what Ghost has to say. Europeans are so fake. You can't say Laver Cup is just an exhibition and then scold Monfils for having fun, which the crowd adored, by the way. Just be honest and admit y'all hate anything new. It's an interesting statement. Well, I think the Laver Cup was never portrayed as just an exhibition. It's portrayed as the equivalent in the tennis world of the Ryder Cup. Well, you've got two teams. You got Team Europe, Team World, to see who is the best team in the whole world. I mean, this is not exactly like Hurlington, or Dubai in December. This is even those, by the way, people are still playing them pretty seriously for the most part, and that's a explosive forehand from Taylor Fritz. He gets the hold to love, and he wins the first set 6-2. I mean, this is some dominant performance right here so far on serve. He's just not getting touched whatsoever. Nothing. Y'all gonna win. Laver Cup will be crushed. We're just gonna be kicking around the corpse of Davis Cup until the seas rise. I think there was just misunderstandings from Monfils' side about what kind of tournament it is, really, because everyone's taking it seriously. So this is a bit. I mean, I'm not gonna say anything. I'll just let you say what you're gonna say. You're gaslighting us, David. Outrageous from Ghost. I mean, it's good to have people in the chat that say things that are interesting to read, you know? So Taylor Fritz up a set after 26 minutes. It does look like that a little bit, Minor. I mean, he just doesn't know what he's doing. I don't think it helps not having an inroad into Taylor Fritz's serve. Misses the forehand on the third ball there. Love 15. Backhand of Rublev. The backhand of Fritz. Backhand Rublev. Backhand Fritz. Forehand Rublev. Forehand Fritz. Backhand of Rublev. Backhand of Fritz. Backhand Rublev. Backhand of Fritz. Backhand of Rublev. Oh, it goes up high to the forehand of Fritz. Backhand of Rublev. Forehand of Fritz. Forehand of Rublev on the run into the net. Trying to go down the line there, and Fritz is just winning so many rallies right now. And backhand to backhand, once you're just letting Fritz take all the control, to be honest. Fritz's forehand, I mean, played with a lot of margin. There was power there, but there was margin. Of course, is trying to keep his forehand as controlled as possible while still having power. That's a great return there off the forehand. Now the backhand Rublev. Forehand on the stretch. Great backhand response from Rublev there. Fritz was advancing up the court, and Rublev just hit through that backhand. 15-30. I'm not speaking for the European press. I'm not some kind of like ambassador for the Guardian or like whoever. It's kind of hilarious how, I mean, I'm not sure what I'm doing here. You can say what you want to say, you know. Good serve from Rublev, and Fritz on the body serve just can't quite get that forehand back. Smiles. Yeah, good for Fazan. Fazan can have his opinion. It doesn't. You you trying to pull this out like it's some kind of trump card. Like Rublev gets the hold in the opening game of the second set. As Todd Woodbridge is talking to Patrick McEnroe. I can't hear what he's saying though because the mic isn't. Andrey feels like he's a bit down. His positiveness on the red team, calmness. Now they're going to go back to Taylor Fritz. That's better from Rublev. Better of Rublev. What are you talking about? This guy is such a waffler, man. Honestly. Can't be bothered. Fritz challenging the first serve. Anyway, back to the tennis. I'm not in any way trying to gaslight you. Just because QualityShot gets accreditation sometimes at tennis tournaments doesn't mean we're like a, we're not a like newspaper or media conglomerate. We don't like. I, I don't know what you're talking about. Gaslight. I don't think you know the definition of gaslighting to start with, Ghost. But let's stick to the tennis because it's getting pretty tiring. This is good return game from Andrey Rublev here. I mean, I don't think he won barely any points on serve in the last set, and here we go. 3 massive returns leads to love 40. Yeah, Francisco Cerundolo, very, very impressive in his win over David Fokina yesterday. All business. And he definitely handled the situation better as Rublev rips the forehands, but just wide down the line. Just wide down the line. Backhands. Forehand to Fritz. Forehand to Rublev. Forehand to Fritz. He's missed it. Andrey Rublev gets the early break in the second set. He leads 2-0. Backhands. Forehand to Rublev. Backhand slice. Now the forehands. And Rublev wins the point. Ah, isn't that a nicer place in the chat now? Look at that. Great high backhand volley there from Andrey Rublev. Let's talk about the tennis now. Lob is long from Fritz. So Rublev starting the second set off very well, taking attacking initiative in this second set. Better than Berrettini. All up to opinion. Sure, they both have modeling gigs, different places. We got Jose from Facebook. Vamos, Fritz. Porting Fritz and Team World here. Good serve from Rublev right in the corner, but that forehand's long. Oh, tough question, Max. It's a tough question. Donna Reed. Great return from Fritz. Now he comes in off the forehand volley. Rublev's going to get there. He puts it long. 40-30. Nice backhand from Taylor Fritz. And he's not quite out of this set yet. He thought maybe Rublev was just pulling away, trying to get himself to a third set 10-point tiebreak. But Taylor Fritz, I mean, he knows if he wins this tie that it's going to be a long way back. They'll be halfway there almost. Team World to winning the whole tournament already. And a big vamos from Rublev after Fritz misses that return. Let first serve advantage for Rublev. First serve is long. Oh, lovely backhand from Andrey Rublev. And now he's up 3, sorry, in this second set. Getting all the high fives from the team. Keep on going on a second, says Engfist. Go for the body serve on the ad court sometimes, says Engfist. Rublev doesn't want advice, he wants water, which is fair enough. When your intensity starts to be better, says Monfils. There's seesaw for Fritz. I mean, I think Rublev is just playing better in the second set. He's playing on his terms, attacking first, you know? You weren't blocked, you're given a timeout for 5 minutes because I want to talk about the tennis and it's getting a bit tiring. I think we can all agree. So, for the good of the match. 5-minute timeout. It's not that serious. Backhand is wide from Rublev. 15 love. Just hit midnight, didn't turn into a pumpkin. Is the. Wait a second. Uh, okay. Double fault from Fritz there. Double fault from Fritz. 50-0. Come on, Taylor, says the crowd. Trying to get behind him here. They don't want to see him slip away in the second set. It's a Cinderella reference, but it's, good serve. Good serve from Taylor Fritz. Turn into the net from Rublev. It's 40-15. Ooh! Oh, just about missed it, Fritz. He tried to be a bit dainty with that point, but then the lob went long. We got Ashley in the chat. Welcome. Good to have you in. Forehand to forehand. Backhand of Fritz now to the forehand of Rublev. Backhand of Fritz. Forehand of Rublev. Forehand of Fritz. Backhand of Rublev. So it's 40-30 point. Rublev, he's ripping the ball. He wants to get to the deuce. Forehand, puts it away. Taylor Fritz is struggling now to win these rallies. 14-shot rally, and Rublev was ripping every single ball. He takes the offensive. That's what happens. It's more dangerous. He's playing his game, not playing the other game. Not playing on Fritz's terms anymore. And now love 3 deuce. That's a good serve. Good serve out wide. Gosh. Ooh, last second serve advantage for Fritz. Someone said Mehdi's a legend, and I'm so glad that we have him in tennis. I mean, he is. Medvedev, I mean, he's one of those real important personalities. I have to fast 25 hours today. Wow. Well, wish you the best of luck to go through that. I mean, I know personally it's really tough. I've not fasted that long, not near as long as that, but it can be mentally challenging for sure. Fritz back at advantage. Just forehand put away. Oof, gets the net cord, but it goes in anyway. And Fritz holds his opening game of this second set. Rublev up 3 games to 1. Forehand, the forehand of Fritz. Backhand slice Rublev. Forehand of Fritz. Ooh, it's just not quite penetration, but then the net cord from Rublev. Almighty net cord from Andrey Rublev just dribbles over. That's brutal. That's brutal. See this? I mean, that just dies off the net for a winner. Not going to help Fritz right now, the way he's playing. I mean, and there's little bits of luck against him. Backhand, forehand on the stretch from Fritz. The backhand of Rublev, he's missed it wide, and Fritz is scrambling. Wins him a point this time. Rublev not quite threading the needle there. It didn't need to be that exact, to be honest. Tried to go just splitting the sideline on the down the line. Fritz had already recovered cross court, but it's 30-15. Just wide and long. Backhand to the backhand of Rublev. Backhand Fritz. Backhand Rublev. Backhand Fritz. Backhand Rublev. Backhand Fritz. Backhand Rublev. Backhand Fritz. Forehand of Rublev. Forehand of Fritz. It's in. Oh, very good topspin from Taylor Fritz. I mean, so much speed on that. And that just dipped in at the last second. He ripped that forehand and it somehow found its way into the court. Trying to get himself a break back in this game. Rublev saying it was the frame. I don't know if it was the frame. I thought it was a lot of topspin. But yeah, it is a big match, this one. I was saying before, I mean, Team Worlds, if they win it, it's 2 points, of course, on day 2. If they win it, they'll be almost halfway there already. Look at that. Deep ground strokes from Taylor Fritz. Off the forehand leads to break back point. Break back point for Taylor Fritz. Milos Raonic looking very contemplative in his chair. Ooh. Rublev challenging the first serve. He's called out. just wide. And let's see. Official review from Rolex. It is out. It is out. Backhand. Backhand of Rublev. Forehand Fritz. Backhand Rublev. Backhand of Fritz on the run. Backhand of Rublev. Forehand of Fritz. Forehand of Rublev. Forehand Fritz. This is break point, and Fritz is running down everything, keeping it deep. Fritz putting on all the pressure, deep again. Great response from Rublev, though. And there's the roar. He saved the break point. 15-shot rally. Fritz hitting every ball in that last eighth of the court. Very good control from Rublev, keeping himself composed. It could be so easy to blink in those moments. Under pressure, and there we go. Aces on the deuce point. So from break point down, could be a 4-1 lead in the second set. Would not be something. The boy from Andrey. Fritz, can he handle it? Going big on the forehand right now, Rublev. Fritz is trying to get everything back. Big forehand from Rublev, backhand of Fritz. Just can't get the backhand over the net. Big roar from Rublev. You can tell how much this means to him. He gets himself to a 4-1 lead. Just 2 games away from the 10-point third set decider. 2 games away. Good hold with authority, says Monfils. I agree. I agree. Big, big, big holds. You're a little too flat on the forehand, says Ben Shelton. When you go a bit higher, no pace down the line of the forehand, you can't rip it cross as much, says Shelton. You want on the second serve, you want more body there. Fritz is saying he couldn't put his weight into the backhand as much because of that. Rublev, 2 games away. Fritz, I think it's a must hold service game, really. He's broken here. Rublev will be serving the second set and be eyeing up the chance to half the deficit. Bit of the darkness playing in the changeover there, but Fritz, big service game coming up. Couldn't get the break back. Needs to hold now. Oh my gosh. That in? What a return from Rublev. A ridiculous forehand into the forehand corner of Fritz with so much pace, and Fritz could only just get a squash shot long. I mean, love 15. Rublev really has the momentum right now, and that's a good serve, though. Oh, let's just looked into me. Forehand from Fritz. Oh, it's good. Rips the forehand, and Rublev wasn't sure if he was going to do it. He had just kind of cheating, staying middle. He was not prepared to make a guess. He didn't think Fritz was going to go for the forehand that early, and element of surprise works for Fritz there. 50-0. Backhand. Forehand of Fritz. Forehand of Rublev on the stretch, and can't guide the forehand back in. Wow. That's expensive. That's not the kind of price you want to pay for tennis matches. I mean, good backhand. Francis Tiafoe complimented the backhand, just ooh, making a face. Very funny. Very funny facial expressions on the bench there from Tiafoe, mimicking the backhand. That first serve is long, though. Backhand into the net from Rublev. And Fritz gets the hold. Fritz gets the hold. That's ridiculous, isn't it, Minor? Realistically, it's ridiculous. Like, do they want people, do they want a new generation of tennis players to exist? Pricing out people is not going to help, is it? Extortionate prices. I mean, for sports in general, to be honest, that's an example of just ridiculous things. Good serve from Andrey Rublev. Serve out wide, just getting the short return. Backhand from Rublev with the forehand of Fritz. Into the open space. Now the drive volley forehand. Rublev can't get it back. Drive volley forehand was kind of into the body of Rublev, but he was behind the baseline. Just couldn't quite get it back. Dave commenting in Spanish would be interesting. Dave speaks not well. I mean, I know a bit of Spanish. Backhand is wide from Fritz. 30-0. Do you think these last two service games, I mean, big chances. Is that Dirk? Dirk's in the crowd. Legendary basketball figure. NBA history. Dirk in the crowd. Is that Dirk? Am I wrong? Dirk Nowitzki. Is Dirk, yeah. Is Dirk. Oh, that in? Sideline splitting forehand from Fritz down the line. And he has a break point for the second game in a row. Here we go. Taylor Fritz trying to get the break back here at 4-2. Laver Cup tickets are stupid as well. Look at them. Oh, he's missed the forehand, Rublev. He's missed the forehand, and he had a 4-1 lead in this set. He had a 4-1 lead. Fritz just held, then breaks, and whole different ball game, whole different set now. Can someone grab me a shirt from under my locker? Says Fritz. Cerundolo on shirt fetching duty. The backhand of four, I swing. His right ball, it feels good, wasn't enough, says Fritz. So it does show Rublev's change in level. He has increased in he's like one of the most I think He played for the Dallas Mavericks for 21 years. Yeah, 7 foot tall. He's like one of the best foreign imports to the NBA in history. He's watching the Laver Cup in Vancouver. He's there. Good serve to start from Taylor Fritz. I mean, big service game here because you think Rublev, he's just been under the gun all match. You thought second set he's doing well here. He has a lead and then just kind of not. He thought it was going to go to a third set. He thought, well, Rublev's doing better now. It's not the same Rublev as in the first set, but making a lot of errors. That backhand is in the middle of the net there. Backhand is not quite the same level as Fritz. Not the same consistency. Kobe and LeBron. Good return from Rublev. Now the forehand to forehand. Backhand from Rublev. Backhand from Fritz. The forehand of Rublev. Forehand Fritz into the net. 30-15. 30-15. I think Fritz is playing a lot more pressure free. We'll see the closer he gets to winning, if that will change or not. Forehand to forehand. That forehand's a bit wild from Andrey Rublev. He's getting annoyed. I think he's getting annoyed at the bounce there. I mean, it is not a normal tennis court, the Laver Cup grounds in general. They're not a tennis court normally. Get laid down on some like boards. It's kind of weird, the surface, but whoa. Calling out Les Mis, MJ. Calling out Les Mis. I guess, I mean, is Eponine the spoiled child in that then? You don't feel bad for Eponine in the slightest, MJ. You gotta feel bad for Eponine, right? Good hold for Taylor Fritz as we see Tommy Paul doing his free match stretches. Because that is not spoiled. Wait, I think you're confused. Because you said you don't like when the girl is an only child and so spoiled. Because that's like she's Fontine's daughter, adopted by the awful couple. I don't remember their names. Um, how she gets abused by her like adopted parents? I don't know. I disagree. But why is she singing about a castle on a cloud then? If she has everything, just missed that forehand, Taylor Fritz. Just missed that forehand. You don't like Amanda Seyfried either. One challenge remaining for Fritz in this set at 4-all. Bit of a wry smile there after that forehand. Missed that first serve. Not quite finding its target yet for Rublev. Forehand. Forehand of Rublev. Backhand Fritz. Forehand Rublev into the net. 15-30. And Rublev explodes. Yells at himself. And the crowd, I don't know if they're getting behind Fritz or Rublev. I can't tell. Elevated cheer comes. He knows an important moment here because Taylor Fritz down a break, down 4-1. 2 points away from serving for the match now. Yeah, maybe. Fair enough. Fair enough, MG. To be honest, I'm not very good on Lema's like the ins and outs of the play. I think I just focused too much on the song. Great, good song. Good song. No, that's fair enough. We have a cat and mouse rally at the end there. In the end, the volley, the lob goes long. Oh, apparently the lob was in. The lob was in apparently, and they called it wrong. They just showed that on the TV because it's not video replay and it's line judges. Oh my gosh! So it should have been 2 break points, but instead it's 1. Oh, they're gonna challenge it. Rublev hit the forehand long, but we'll see. Was it long? Was it long? It was indeed. Wide of the mark, and Fritz now has break point to serve for the match, and a 6-0 lead for Team World. The American, I mean, quarterfinal run at the US Open. Now has a chance to redeem himself, but he's not taking that. But a couple of those where Fritz has made return errors on break points, you know. Happy I can't watch tomorrow Laver Cup because I don't see the point. I guess if it's gonna be just like nothing matches that don't matter. Well, let's see, because maximum we can finish today is well, let's see this point here. Oh, ripper of a backhand from Rublev up the line, gets himself to advantage. So be 6, 8, 10, 12. They'd be 1 point behind. There's always a guaranteed third day, even if they won all 4 matches here, which I don't think they will. So there will be matches that matter tomorrow, I think. As that's a good hold for Rublev there. Determined fist pump. I think he took his anger out. 15-30 point. Really tried to just focus and laser in after that. And we've not seen a 10-point tiebreaker in the singles yet. We saw one in the doubles with Tommy Paul and TFO getting the win. See now, Rublev can break Fritz's serve at 4-5, take us to a third set 10-point decider. They play matches the same time. There's only 1 court, so there's 4 matches, 3 singles and a doubles. We talk, take the pace, vroom vroom. Love Monfils is, I mean, You can tell he's definitely the older guy taking control out of the players in Team Europe, really trying to encourage Andrey. Definitely the most vocal overall, definitely. We've got Fran from Twitch, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Is Van Ash French? He is French. Wow, only 19. I mean, especially that match versus Djokovic, he looked very good. I've not seen, I mean, that much of him since, to be honest. Like, hasn't really done a whole lot since. Returns long from Rublev. Won some matches here or there, you know? Nothing to take your socks off. Forehand from Rublev to the forehand of Fritz. Oh my gosh, that's wild. Wild from Taylor Fritz. All open court. And he missed that forehand. I mean, should have been 30 love there. Should have been 30 love. That's what I was thinking. It sounded like Benelux, you know? Backhand. The backhand of Rublev. Backhand Fritz. Backhand Rublev. Forehand of Fritz. Forehand of Rublev on the run, but he can't get it back. 30-15 Fritz. 30-15 Fritz. What happened to Carol? Is she playing still or doing? Oh, if you mean Wozniacki, I think she's playing. Her next tournament is the Australian Open, which is interesting. Is she just playing slams? I mean, slams and like lead ups to slams. She's not that old, really. She's like 32, right? 32, 33. She could play more full schedules than that, but that's a nice serve. Taylor Fritz, ace down the middle. Not quite the tee. Good job. Good job. If you're meaning, I mean, there's another Caro situation we might have to discuss. We've got Anthony covering the final later. Great return from Rublev at the shoelaces of Taylor Fritz. Gets the forehand return long, third ball long. Sorry, but Caro Garcia. I mean, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. Zachary bageled her. Caro wasn't playing bad in the tournament, really, and then all of a sudden bageled. Brutal. Wasn't semi-final Zachary that day, that's for sure. Oh, big net cord at 40-30 for Rublev off the backhand. It just flicks over. You Christopher Eubanks walking over to the European team after that one, having a bit of a laugh. That's funny. It's a ridiculous net cord. And now Rublev just 2 points away. He did indeed. 6-love in the third set. Not easy though, that match at all. Two tiebreakers, you know, against a guy pretty low ranked. People are dangerous all over the tour. I mean, a guy with no pressure on him, playing in front of. I mean, he's Chinese wildcard as well. Was he? No, he's Australian. Sorry, my bad. But people with no pressure on them are very dangerous. That's a good serve from Taylor Fritz, and from 4-1 down in this set. And I mean, Rublev had control. Fritz now on serve at 5-all. Rublev will serve to keep control of this set. Be one game away from it again. Fritz has just forced him into this tough second set, which it shouldn't really have been. Rublev was in control. That's a good serve, though, to start this 5-all game. Definitely room to improve from Musetti, yeah, for sure. Definitely. He's not the finished article by any means. Way less of the finished article than players um, like Sinner and players around that, like, 19 to 22 range that are just more complete. Musetti's not quite that yet. Oh, what a return from Fritz. The 30 love. Huge. I mean, he's sponsored by Louis Vuitton. I think he's sponsored by Louis Vuitton. Definitely a model of something. It might be Versace. I know Sinner's the Gucci guy. Oh, he's missed the forehands. Fritz will be disappointed by that. Big chance to get to 30-0. Put some pressure on this game. Now Rublev has 2 game points. Just needs one of these next 2 points. A big serve here. Forehand Rublev. Backhand from Fritz. Is long. And Rublev determined. No emotion showed. Just a fist pump. Goes back to his chair. Gets the hold for 6-5. So good, so good, so good, says Gail Monfils. Harkach and Monfils are the ones always in Rublev's ear at the changeover. Other guys taking more of a backseat. He play unbelievable. He can hit more. He cannot hit more baselines than he does, and you're still up 6-5, says Enqvist. You have your chance. Stay there all the time, says Enqvist. In the sun, all night long. Casper and Tommy Paul together in the gym. Trying to see who will be the victor. I mean, changes the dynamic a lot, doesn't it? Whoever wins in this match. If it's just a straightforward, I mean, if Fritz wins this second set tiebreaker, just be a complete body blow, wouldn't it? Be a body blow for Team Europe. Rublev knows it's a must-win. You can feel the pressure, especially in the first set. I mean, needs to put that to one side. Just play his game. Good start on forced error from Taylor Fritz. Love 15. Use Fritz's serve. Misses the first serve. So second serve, love 15. Rublev's got to just find a good return here on the second. It's not quite deep, but they're in a rally. Forehand to backhand. Forehand Fritz. Forehand Rublev. Forehand Fritz. Forehand Rublev. Forehand Fritz. Backhand Rublev. The backhand of Fritz to the backhand of Rublev down the line for a winner. And look at that reaction. Huge roar from Andrey Rublev. Love 30. They do count it, which is controversial. Some people. Because there's no points, but it is ATP sanctioned. So it's an interesting thing. No, there we go. Ace from Fritz at love 30. I've seen interviews from Taylor Fritz. When he's 2 break points down, because his serve is so good, he says to himself, he knows he's going to save at least one of the 2 break points because of his serve. So that's, I mean, that's such an advantage over so many players. Oh, the kick serve just bouncing up. Rublev couldn't deal with the backhand. Let's see. Oh my gosh, I think the first serve was in. They're showing in the replay, but didn't matter. Rublev missed the second serve return. So from love 30 to now 30 all. Rublev still 2 points away. Got Nico Gruger in the chat. Welcome. Gruger. Good to have you in. Where can I watch it online? Is Rublev hits a great return, gets himself the set point. I think it's on Eurosport. I'm not sure. Yeah. Once the tiebreak. Once the tiebreak. Backhand into the net from Rublev. I mean, that's a poor return. Davidov's laughing. I mean, you cannot believe he missed that return. That's funny. Got David with his legs on Monfils' lap next to Fils as well. Seems like a comfy bench. What? Taylor Fritz? No way. Johnny McEnroe's proud of that one. I mean, I was complimenting Rublev in my head. What a pickup. Let's see this again. Oh, just perfectly over the net. Perfectly over the net. I don't have any Irish in me, so I don't know. Oh, nice forehand from Fritz, and that's one way to stop the set point and hold in the game. I mean, Fritz has forced his way by hook or by crook to this tiebreaker, coming back from 4-1 down, serving at 4-5, serving at 5-6, set point down in this game. Tiebreaker now. Fritz will be eyeing his chance to win it in straight sets for Team World. Predictions for the tiebreaker, guys. Predictions. Who's going to win this tiebreaker? Second serve from Rublev. Backhand to backhand. Backhand Fritz. Backhand Rublev. He's missed it. Oh, what a miss. It's completely mistimed that backhand in the cross court. Stupid tiebreak, says Minor. What's the stupid tiebreak score going to be? That's my question. Can't say 78, 68, isn't there? Sad times. John Isner cannot play tiebreakers anymore. Some would say the most legendary tiebreak player of all time by default because of that. Also with the longest tour record as well with Opelka. That return, that ball, rally ball, was long from Taylor Fritz. So no one's held a point on serve quite yet. Fritz 7-0. Too late. Max hopes Rublev can win the tiebreaker. Force a 10-point, one in the third. That's the goal. Also the goal for MJ. Backhand from Rublev. Forehand of Fritz. Backhand of Rublev. Backhand of Fritz. Backhand of Rublev. I feel like both players, I mean, might be feeling it a tiny bit, but that's a nice forehand in behind in the corner from Taylor Fritz. That's the first hold of a service point in this tiebreaker. Gave him the backhand corner there. Gets a short ball. Lovely placement on the forehand in behind. 7-3 Rublev. Have to win 6 of the next 7 points. See if he can do it. Second serve at 1-2. Backhand. Backhand Rublev. Forehand on the stretch from Fritz. Forehand Rublev. Backhand from Fritz. Backhand Rublev. Backhand of Fritz. Backhand Rublev. Backhand of Fritz. Backhand Rublev. To the forehand of Fritz. Forehand Rublev. Backhand of Fritz. Backhand Rublev to the forehand of Fritz. Forehand Rublev on the stretch. Forehand of Fritz is going to take control. Comes to the net. A volley. Rublev's going to get there. He just cannot do. He just doesn't have the capabilities at net to do anything there. With the topspin forehand he has, he just can't quite deal with those short net balls that well. And Fritz regains the mini break lead. So 6 points in a row required for Manor. 6. It's going to be tough. It's going to be really tough. Fritz, Tiafoe, McEnroe, the whole team, big reaction to that point. That's a good response from Rublev. Ace to reduce the deficit to just 1 point. Just 1 mini break in it. Can Fritz get a 4-2 lead? Will Rublev be thinking on return here? I mean, had control of the set the whole way through. No. Fritz wins all of his service points. He wins the tiebreaker and the match. So, big deal, these points. And Rublev has got to keep it out of his mind that he was up a break, that he was in control of the set. He's just got to stay in the present. Second serve. Backhand of Rublev is long. And Rublev, furious, kicks the ball to the net, the dead ball. Hope the umpire's not sad of that. I mean, he didn't. It was very low, that volley of the ball off his foot. That was fine. That was fine. Four-two lead for Fritz. He's just 3 points away. Ben Shelton doing the celebrations. Tiafoe trying to pump him up, trying to say about a more full backswing. I'm not sure. He's been saying that a couple times. I think Fritz is doing okay, to be honest. Here we go. Taylor Fritz serving at 4-2. This is a big point right here because 5-2 lead. Rublev's just 1 point away from match points. That was wide, surely. Forehand. Big forehand from Fritz. And you gotta say he's been more brave taking on his forehand in this match than Rublev. Rublev now got to win both service points. That's the minimum right now. He can do to just give himself a chance. My 7-4 predictions in the mud. Look at that. I mean, that's a telling stat considering these two players. Oh, what a backhand. Forehand from Rublev. Forehand from Fritz. Backhand Rublev. Backhand Fritz. Forehand Rublev. Forehand of Fritz. Forehand Rublev. Forehand of Fritz. Up to the backhand of Rublev. Backhand of Fritz. Backhand Rublev. Backhand Fritz up the line. Oh, it's an amazing level from Fritz, and he's just peaking late here. Peaking at the right time. Tiafoe wants to hear the crowd after that. I mean, Fritz is playing so well defensively, keeping himself in points before somehow turning defense to offense, getting short balls, then rips that backhand so impressively, and we got 4 match points. There we go. Just as he did in the last what was it? It was the 1-3 point. Serves an ace, so Fritz will have to win match point on his own serve. 6-3. I mean, It's looking good for Team World right now. They're having a wonderful time indeed. 3 match points. Ooh, first serve out. Not going to challenge it. Let's see. Can Rublev do a comeback here? Or will it be a ridiculous lead for Team World? Backhand slice from Rublev. Forehand Fritz. Backhand. Fritz comes in. And it's too good. The volley. And that is such an impressive win from Taylor Fritz. Just took complete control in the first set. Was faultless on serve pretty much. Second set. Came back from a deficit. Was clawing back Rublev of every single service game. Saved set point at 5-6 and wins in straight sets. The American. And this is becoming quite the dominant Laver Cup, isn't it? Isn't it just? And Taylor Fritz and Team World are up 6-0. Of course, it's first to 13. Brutal. So big win for Taylor Fritz. I mean, I think pre-match we were kind of thinking it's a must-win match for. Yeah, let's go. Pre-match we were thinking is a must-win match for Andrey Rublev because down 4-0. Like you gotta win, you gotta keep yourself in contention, keep your team in contention. But Fritz was not having it today. Look how passionate he is after winning that match point. All the fist pumps coming out. And after, I'm sure he was frustrated losing in straight sets to Djokovic at the US Open. Just taking his anger and frustration out on a great performance there against Rublev, the #1 player for Team Europe. Beats him pretty comfortably, you gotta say, just casually, just first set was comfortable, and Rublev didn't do enough in the second set, didn't put him away when he had the chance. 4-1 lead in that second set. Good to have you in. Good to have you in, Nick. I think you'll be happy. Taylor Fritz and the American Team America, Team World taking the lead. You'll be happy. You'll be happy. Anyway, thank you guys for joining me in this stream. It has been Taylor Fritz, has been Andrey Rublev. Taylor Fritz in an hour and a half takes the straight sets victory, 6-2, 7-6, and all the pressure is on Casper Ruud in this next singles match. He's got to beat Tommy Paul, otherwise Team World are pretty much already celebrating. Bye-bye, guys.